Alright, hello everybody. I'm back here with a new video today. For the background of this video, I'm actually just going to be clearing out old Pokemon. I want to go out and play some more today. Unfortunately, I am an idiot. For some reason, I thought the event ended today, which is Friday, and I would still be getting all the double experience and everything like that, because I am a goof. I messed up on that. I guess in my head I thought, oh yeah, it'll end at the end of the week there, not on a Thursday. So that's my loss. Now I gotta burn through a lucky egg to make this worthwhile, but so be it. Anyways, so a lot of people have already talked about Go Fest in particular, like what happened in Chicago, and I don't want to go too deep into that. Obviously, some stuff went wrong. And a lot of people still say they had fun. A lot of people got their refunds. I wasn't at the event, so I can't really talk about that. So as someone who's not from the event, what I do want to say is I think that they really messed up on the communication side of things with the people watching from around the world or playing the game from around the world. So anyone watching the live stream, it was going down, it was going up, it was going down. The graphic they had that was supposed to show how much of the event was being beaten was just jumping all over the place. And like, maybe I'm stupid, but I mean, we've discovered I'm stupid, but I didn't find it to be very clear as to what like all of it actually meant. Like, I had to actually like kind of puzzle that out for a few minutes. So it just wasn't a very well made graph, I guess. Like, I can't blame Niantic for not having a great graph guy on their staff, but still. So it kept going down though. And then they would replace it with like this image, and you could hear people like chanting in the background. And every once in a while, they would just put on stock footage of like one of the 3 or 4 creators that they had invited down there to talk. And that was neat the first like 1 or 2 times you saw it, and then when it kept coming up over and over again, I was just like, I don't care. And some of them I thought were really good. I don't want to say who's good, who's bad here, because these are other creators who are all vastly more successful than me. By the way, please subscribe. My ego really needs this. I'm not doing well. But vastly more successful than me. But some of them I just found to be almost like cringy, like they were playing it up, like they were posing, like they were selling out. Some of them I thought did great about it, right? But anyways, that's that. I also thought in game there should have been something, some kind of counter or something, or some kind of notices in game. Like, it'd be great in game if there was like either that graph should have been in our games when we're playing from around the world, going, oh look at it, it's moving up or whatever, and being able to watch that and witness that would have been really cool. Or some kind of pop up in game or on your phone, like the notifications you get to say that there's like new Pokemon spawning nearby. There should have been something to be like, oh, Team Mystic or whatever has reached the golden mark or whatever, the golden level for this event or whatever. Something like that. I just feel like there was a real lack of communication, which honestly has been like pretty much the theme for Niantic since day one of this game. Like that's I think that's the biggest criticism is, and here we are a year later, people are still saying, I'm still saying it at least, that Niantic is still just not communicating with its player base very well. Now, that being said, from what I heard at the event, people there were spoke to. The CEOs got up on stage and talked to everybody. They made announcements. Everyone felt included, and good on them. But anyways, I said I wasn't going to talk about it. I just wasted 3 minutes talking about it. But, yeah. What I did like all these bonuses, all the experience games, the multipliers and all that. I thought that was great. It got a lot of people out playing in the streets. I think we really needed it. I had a lot of friends who were just sitting on like 1,000 candies for Weedles and Pidgeys and stuff like that, and waiting for an experience multiplier. And I don't think we've had one in quite some time. Like, I think it was maybe Christmas was the last one. It just seemed like it was a really, really long time in between these bonuses, which it's a bonus, so you can't complain too much. I actually really liked the egg multiplier and the buddy multiplier. Those were probably my favorite parts though, because there's a lot of Pokemon who I managed to check off my list or make serious dents in through this. Like, I still don't have a Blissey, and that's because I didn't hatch my first Chansey until Generation 2 came out, and I started playing, day one. Um, so that was a really, really nice bonus to have. I also I caught a Lugia. I tried walking him for the 6.7 kilometers it took. I did that for one candy, and then I realized that's just not really an efficient way to do it. It's so much easier just to get your rare candies or do other raids and trying to level them up through that way. Still, it was nice to get that huge bonus at 6.7 kilometers instead of the 20k that it actually normally needs. What else did I manage to get through the event? I finally got a Togetic. Then I hatched 4 more Togepi's during the event because I was chasing the 2k eggs to get the Hat Pichu, which I got 3 of. What else did I check off my list? I got 2 or 3 Pokedex entries off of this. I guess Lugia is another one, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Multipliers on candy were really cool because if you were smart and you used a Pineapple Berry on like a Beedrill or a Pidgeot or something like that, if you were lucky enough to find one, the candies you were getting was actually quite stupid. It made great farming. I think that's what a lot of players needed. I've been kind of stale in my farming for a while now. After I hit like level 30, I really just slowed down and I lost a lot of my ambition in the game. I know a lot of people hit that same rut because of the way that CP gains kind of deteriorate. You get that diminishing returns after level 30. But this really brought me right back into it. So I think it was a really smart tactic for them to really engage some of the older players in. And I think that's the key to this event. This event was definitely for the players who have been here for a year. The players who needed the high-end experience, the players who could really fight in the high-end raids, and really appreciate all this stuff. For a lot of new players, it was kind of neat. Like I played, this is going to sound funny, I played with my mother the other day. My wife and I play with our daughter, and we went to visit my mother the other day. She lives in like a little tourist town a couple hours away from here, and she had downloaded the game when it first came out, and we were showing her raids and all that new stuff. So she re-downloaded it, and she went from 17 to 20 in just an afternoon of playing with us, just down by the beach and catching Pokestops and catching things, and a dozen new Pokedex entries from Gen 2 that she hadn't got yet, and excuse me. So I think there is advantages for the new players or the lower level players, but really this event was definitely for the higher level players who appreciate. I'm really glad to see the legendaries. I thought it was about time. It was weird the way they were all kind of released jingle jangle like that. It's funny. It seems obvious now that Articuno was released because Mystic won the event, but I think that was another failing on Niantic's part as far as communication goes. A lot of people just didn't get that or didn't see that anywhere. Like I have, I don't follow their Twitter account, but I do follow the Pokemon Go Instagram, which I have my Instagram now. It's Superior Go over there as well. So go check me out if you're on Instagram. But I didn't even see anything about that saying that like Team Mystic won or anything. And I don't follow a lot of people. Like I don't think I missed it. Like I could probably go back later and check, but I didn't see that. It just seemed like random. It was like I came outside and I was like, okay, so we got Articuno and Lugia, and it took me a day or two to wrap my head around why those were the 2 birds that were chosen, and I'm still not sure why Lugia, but I think it was Trainer Tips who said that he thinks Ho-Oh is being saved for the Pikachu event next month in Japan, and that kind of makes sense actually, because the Ho-Oh being more kind of tied to like shrines and stuff like that in the game and stuff, so that could be kind of interesting. I managed to get myself a pretty kick-ass Lugia. IVs weren't great. It was like a 77%, but I got Extra Sensory and Future Sight, which I believe is the best moveset, so I was pretty happy with that. And since I haven't been able to actually lock down another one, I'm just been dumping my rare candies into it. I'm like, that's good enough. I'm just gonna go with it. It's fun to use. He is overpowered, like he's like his strength wise, but I find that at least where I'm playing, I almost never get a chance to use him because his typing doesn't really help against a lot of common gym defenders. There's not a lot of people who are just leaving Machamps behind in gyms, and I think that's kind of a bit of a detriment. That being said, he's still great. He's still powerful. He's still awesome. I'm still so happy to have him. I'm fairly sure I was actually the first person in my town to get one. The first day they came out, there was a raid. I don't know if it was the first raid in town, but it was the first raid that was announced on our group page for Facebook. And I got there. I was in the middle of cooking dinner. My wife and I just got home after searching for hours for a Lugia raid. Could not find one. I saw it on the group. I said, "Sorry, honey, you're on your own." I ran out the door, and I left her to put the baby to get to bed on her own. I'm a terrible husband, a terrible father, but a decent Pokemon trainer. So I got there, and I managed to get it first ball. So I'm pretty sure that made me the first person locally to have Lugia, and that made me pretty happy. I'm gonna have that accolade for a while. I have fought 2 Articuno since then. Haven't been able to get either of them. So I'm gonna go back out today because for some reason, even though the event is over, Articuno is still here. So I'm gonna go back out today, and I'm gonna try and get an Articuno. Maybe we'll get some if I'm lucky. I just saw a raid on the other side of town, but my wife has the car, so I'm making this video instead of later tonight. Oh well. Anyways, so I was pretty happy with overall this event. Again, communication is Niantic's weak point, and I think if they work on that, they're going to be solid. 6 months ago, I was saying I would wish the Pokemon Company would just come and take this out of Niantic's hands and just give it to someone else. Just give it to someone else and let someone else run this game. And despite the Chicago Go Fest kind of blunder, I think Niantic has kind of done right by us at this event. We got some big-ass Pokemon. We got a lot of community-type events. We got a lot of stuff for the new players. We got a lot of stuff for the old players. And everyone was able to make progress in the game regardless. It wasn't like the grass event where if you were in a grass biome, it didn't do anything for you. Or the Magikarp event where if you didn't get a shiny Magikarp, it was pretty much a waste of your damn time, right? This one was good for everybody who played. And I think that's the best part. I met so many people who came back to the game or newly joined the game, and it's been great. Like last night, I was out at a raid, and you never know who actually plays this game until you see them. And among a dozen other people going for this Articuno raid, I ran into my midwife who delivered my child and the real estate agent who sold my parents' house. And I was just kind of like blown away. I was like, I know these people play. Like, I'm almost 30 and I play, so it shouldn't be strange to me. But it was just cool. I was like, you guys are professionals. I'm a bum. What are you doing here? But you know what? It's fantastic. I'm so happy to have people back in the game. Anyways, we'll see how long that lasts. Do me a favor. My ego cannot take another video with 4 views on it. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button for me, and I will hopefully have a new video out in another couple days or so. Oh, let's watch this Pidgey. There we go. Pidgeot, exciting stuff, right? Alright, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.